For KTIV News 4 Live at 5, I'm Jessica Bowman. We begin tonight with a verdict from the murder trial of Raymond Rogers.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Raymond Rogers, guilty of murder in the first degree. On count 2, regarding Ashley Rogers, we, the jury, find the defendant, Raymond Rogers, guilty of attempted murder.
The jury found Rogers guilty on all counts. Rogers was convicted of first-degree murder in the shooting death of Gerald Jones, attempted murder in the shooting of his ex-wife Ashley Rogers, and Rogers was also convicted of burglary and stalking. These convictions come after a 5-day trial that followed a February 2023 shooting in rural Sergeant Bluff. Prosecutors proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Rogers went to his ex-wife's house and shot her and her boyfriend before turning the gun on himself. Rogers will be sentenced August 10th. A conviction of first-degree murder carries a mandatory sentence of life in prison in the state of Iowa.